Hey everybody, waiting on Joe. Joe will get here in just a minute. There he is. Look at our crew. Where you at, Joe? There you are.
What's going on, man?
Hey man, how are you?
Pretty good. How's it going?
Not bad. We got down the road, found a place to go to the bathroom, grab some lunch, do a live, you know.
Birds chirping.
Yeah, hear the birds chirping.
That's nice. It's nice.
How are you today?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
The move going well and everything?
It's going. There are a few delays, but nothing major. We'll still get home before dark, and we'll still be able to get unloaded before dark. And it's going to thunderstorm tomorrow, so we'll get everything in before it gets wet. No worries.
Good deal. There we go.
Grateful, man. Just grateful and full of love and grateful. That's all we can be.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about today?
Well, I kind of want to talk about why we do these lives and why it's so important to you and I. And Joe, we've been blessed with an opportunity to help a lot of people.
Right.
And we've been blessed with the opportunity and a great platform. Facebook Live is a great platform, bro. We don't even have to invent the wheel. It's already invented. All we got to do is plug into the system, right?
Exactly. It's right there for you.
So, for me, one of the biggest reasons that I want to talk about it is because, I'm a passionate, unretired dadpreneur who's passionate about crypto, who's made some mistakes, and I'd like to try to help some people benefit from the mistakes I've made. But more than that, I want to make sure that people get educated. Like, I'm really passionate about education and helping other people to understand. Hey, Jeremy, aloha, bro.
Hey, Jeremy.
So, why I do what I do is because I want to help other people. That is the main reason. I mean, it is in the core of my being. It is where I want to be. It is what gets me up in the morning. It's what makes me smile during the day. And the fact that I get to do it and do it around my family and do it around everything else that I'm doing, who could ask for anything more,
It's true. Really is.
What about you, bro? Tell me why
Uh,
it is that you do what you do.
well, I just need to say, I mean, if we're talking about what we're doing right now, what we're involved in with Crypto Gym, our company, or
Yeah.
our company too. I'm looking at it from a standpoint that I can do a lot more with it, help a lot more people by I want to give more back. To me, it's not about. I don't need a giant. I don't need. That's not me. That just would be me. I like old pickup trucks. Kind of like that. Well, you do too. And stuff like that. I prefer what some people would say a kind of a simpler life. And I'd rather things that I benefit from, and put them towards helping. I have a nonprofit trying to start up, and it's called. I was going to call it Eureka Helps. To kind of help people in the area here. A lot of people don't, and it kind of seems, I don't know, they're afraid to ask for help. So I decided Eureka Loves.
There you go.
And the premise of it is going to be, and this is a pretty large task to take under, but the premise of it's going to be to help people out. Maybe build some little housing things, like kind of like a tiny home type thing. Maybe get some education for some people. Help people get their GEDs if they don't have it. Things like that.
Right.
Find, and employ people. I was thinking this morning even, and there's our little video store here in town. It's a real small store, and it's got a going out of business sign. I was like, it's and the writing's on the wall. Everybody does everything digitally, But I was looking at it, and it's a real nice little space, and I'm thinking about maybe putting another business in there, which tackling something else right now seems kind of daunting, but it's not. You know what I mean? There's 24 full hours a day.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, maybe give those people jobs, you
know? You're dead on, bro. You're so full of love. That's why you and I get along so well. You know, I didn't know that about you, that you were going to start a nonprofit, and you didn't know that I was in the middle of starting one either. And both of our nonprofits names have love in them. How about that? Mine is named Love Angels.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. And the premise of it is, and you know, for those folks that follow us and those folks that know, and I can say this before he comes out here, because they're in the restaurant getting some lunch, and we're going to eat out here in the picnic area. But the Love Angels is the whole premise, the whole idea behind it is going to be to help support people who have love in their heart and want to help kids. I don't mean kids like foster system kids. I'm talking about, you know, your brother, your mother, your sister, your great grandmammy, you know, your cousin-in-law has a kid that they don't treat right, and you just don't have the finances. You know, you just don't have the extra stuff that it takes to help, right? And like, there's all kinds of incidental stuff that comes up. There's all kinds of expenses that people don't realize, you know? Yeah, and we'll go into that one day. I'll tell people the behind the scenes story one day about all the money that's spent. But, you know, what I want to do is I want to get the hands in the people that want to help kids like Jerry. So Love Angels is what I'm in the process of starting. And I've actually designed the T-shirts and the logos, and have employed the attorney to get everything started for the nonprofit. So, you know, for me, that's a big reason why I do what I do. You know, like, cryptocurrency is going to be a key for me, you know, and it fits with what I'm already doing in cryptocurrency, Joe, because it's education. I have to educate people on why this nonprofit is necessary, you know? So it all goes hand in hand, bro.
Yeah, it does. I was talking earlier to a gentleman in Ghana, and, you know, he came to the Zoom call and everything, and maybe he'll get on here. I don't know. I'll talk to him after we're finished here.
Sweet.
And, you know, I was kind of explaining what everything was. I sent him to the website, you know, which is cryptopics.net. Go there. And then you can write in, get on Zoom calls. You can look for your stuff, real simple. Or you are personal, you know. But he was like, so it's about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I'm like, well, yes, it is. It's an education platform. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You know,
right.
As far as I'm not a trader. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. But what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to do with, if you want, you know what I mean? How to make a responsible decision. You're an adult.
Right.
You know, and it was really neat. You know, it's cool. You know, it's reaching out like that to someone way across the world. You know, it's really interesting, and that's, you know, what all this is all about. Really
and
cool.
Educating people, you know, actually educating people on something that they want to be educated on, I think is a blessing. It's a blessing to my heart. I get full every time I do it. It's like my cup runneth over, you know, and I believe in my heart of hearts, Joe, that, you know, we put this silly platform together, right? Two guys talking, or Krypto Let's talk, or two guys talk, or whatever you want to call it. You know, we put it together because Facebook already invented the wheel, right?
Exactly.
Like, we needed a platform where we could talk to people and connect with people.
I know.
You are one of the most genuine people, I believe, that I've had the opportunity of meeting recently. And because of that, I feel blessed to have made that connection, to make this partnership, to make this business together. When we started this, we didn't realize it was going to become a business, and it's quickly becoming a business, you know. And it's all good, bro. It all ties together into what we're already doing. Education is universal. You know, you don't necessarily have to speak the language. We all speak the language of love. And if you show people love, they'll get the rest of the message somehow, some way, right?
That's true. And with the program, we're in 31 languages also. So we actually do speak their language.
I set that up for you, didn't I?
Hey, boom.
You hit it out the park, brother. How many do we have now? Seriously, I've lost track. Haven't been in front of my computer for 2 days, 3 days. It feels like an eternity. How many languages do we have?
31. 31.
Ah, 31. Fantastic.
We just added. What did we just add? Slovenia.
Slovenian. Okay.
A lot of people speak Slovenian or Slovenia, but they're around Hungary.
Sweet.
And that was actually, they asked about that 4 days ago, and it's already up. So
nice.
Fast. You know,
you know what? There's nothing slow about these people. You know, for those of you who don't know the Core 5, I would definitely recommend that you reach out to each and every one of them. They're all on Facebook. Every single one of them will talk to you. Every single one of them will accept your friend request. Every single one of them is willing to help you any way they can. They're the most genuine people. You know, I say Joe's the most genuine person I've met recently. And that's because in the business that I'm in, I am so blessed and humbled to be surrounded by so many people that are truly, truly giving from the heart, truly loving from the heart, truly accepting from the heart. You know, and they're out there wanting to help other people. You can't ask for a better blessing than that. You know, you and I were talking earlier as I was driving down the interstate, and you know, we were talking about some of the points we wanted to hit. And I said, you know, let's just talk about why we're doing what we're doing. The points will take care of themselves simply because, you know, for all the things that we do on a daily basis, they're all connected to love. They're all connected to education. They're all connected to helping other people get where they want to go. You know, and here's the thing, Joe. I was talking with a lady this morning before I left the hotel, before I checked out, and she said, how do I introduce my business to other people? And I said, you introduce your other business to people by simply saying this right here. Are you interested in the crypto world, the buzz that's been going around? Have you heard about it? The answer is yes. You're not going to talk to anybody that doesn't know about it. You're not going to talk to anybody that's not interested or curious. You're not going to talk to anybody that doesn't want more information. The answer is yes. All you do is direct them to Steve's 1 o'clocks and 8 o'clocks. You direct them to your website if you have your website link set up. And if they want some information, please, for God's sakes, don't try to give it to them. Direct them to one of us who know a little bit more, who've been involved since the beginning. We can help answer their questions. We won't throw up on them. We will just answer their questions in a logical manner. Hey, Joe, I know that you have some hot off the press news because something happened yesterday that you want to talk about, and you want to help people not do what you did. Can you tell people about that?
No.
Please.
Nope.
Please.
Okay.
Hey, I'm plugging McDonald's. You think they'll sponsor us if I plug them? Here, Golden Arches.
Yeti. We want Yeti stuff.
Yep.
All right, this is what happened. So I got into my page, and I went, and I don't know. I thought I tried something, it didn't work, or I did, and thinking it didn't work, and so I hit the reset button.
Oh.
Don't hit the button. Do not
hit the reset button.
Yeah, and no one even really told me why not to hit the reset button, like what you know what I mean? Assuming it has a lot to do with security issues, because, you know, there's a lot of encryption and there's a lot of security on the website, basically. And that's just to get protected. So I hit the reset button. I had to call them and say, hey, I can't get in through this crazy code. They're going, we don't even know where this code's from. We've never seen it. No one's done this yet. I was like, oh.
You broke it, Joe.
I broke it. Yeah, I broke it to puppy. But
Steven told us break it, remember? He said, guys, I want y'all to go in and break it. Well, Joe took him to heart, brother.
I took him to heart so well that I did it again.
Hey, it's all good. I broke it first. You broke it second. Then you broke it third. I bet you'll break it fourth, too.
Yeah, I'll tell you when we get off here. Like, because I can't say it out loud, but the new password they assigned to me, it's funny.
It's pretty badass.
Oh yeah, it is. But don't hit that reset button. Remember to log out too when you go out. Log out, and you're not just logging out because you don't want to, re-enter somebody wrong or something, or get your sides mixed up. Remember, click that, click right. Where are you putting them? What side? Put friends together.
Yeah.
Friends are going to work together better. Don't make them compete. No, don't need
No.
to.
Put friends in the same team, guys and gals. I'm telling you, you're doing yourself a favor if you do that. I promise.
Mm-hmm. Then what else? Don't hit reset.
Don't hit reset. Let's make sure that we tell everybody about the blog, okay? The Cryptogenics blog is very important. It's the hub of our communication, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to stay up to date, if you want current events, if you want the current news, that's where you're going to find it, okay? You can get there from cryptogenicsblog.com, or you can get there from your office, your control panel. I like to call it the control panel. And, I'm going to tell you all a funny story. I like stories. So I'm going to tell you all a funny story. I was on the phone with Steven. He said, so everybody's calling this thing a dashboard. And when did they start calling it a dashboard? And I said, well, they started calling it a dashboard back when they decided that we were working with platforms that traded for us. I said, well, let me tell you what I call it. He said, what do you call it? I said, I call it a control panel. He says, why? He says, I kind of like dashboard because when you get in the car, you got to pay attention to the dashboard. I said, yeah, but when you get in a rocket ship, baby, you got to have a control panel, okay? So he just died laughing. He was like, Kris, you ain't got no sense. I'm like, hey, I'm just telling you how I feel. When you get in a rocket ship, you better have a control panel because if you're going to take off the ground, you better have some control, buddy.
Better.
So I'm working with a control panel. I don't know what everybody else is working with, but I got a control panel. I'm ready to take off. I am so blessed. I'm so honored. This is such a big week. The team grew this past yesterday. I wasn't even involved. You know what? I got the greatest team. I got to shout out to my team, okay? I have to shout out for just a second, Joe. I got the best team. It grows when I'm not even working, okay? Like I'm out here helping my family move and helping them do what they need to do. And people are putting people in their businesses, okay? They're not even calling me and saying, hey, can you help me? They're just doing it. It's like, you got to be kidding me. The team grew last night. I checked in last night, right, 10:30, just before I laid my head down on the pillow exhausted. I check in and the team grew. I am so honored. I'm so blessed. I really appreciate that. That tells me that, everybody's committed, everybody's loving, everybody's caring. That's what it's about, and it's not about money. It's not about the money. It's about getting this platform into people's hands so they really understand what cryptocurrency is about and they understand how they can help their families, right? Their families is what's important.
Yeah, that's why we're dadpreneurs.
Absolutely. Got to love that dadpreneur, brother.
You got to. It's good stuff.
Patent it, brother. Patent it.
Patent it.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, breaking news from Joe. Crypto Joe.
Breaking news.
Guess what? My house has a basement.
Sweet. And you forgot about it.
Well, basement from inside the house. You have to go around the side and like down the hill. Not like this. My house is built, way up in the back. I live in the mountains, and so I think I've got the okay from the boss to go ahead and build a little office kind of studio area. I think. And she was looking at computers last night, so I might be getting new ones too.
Hey, we like toys.
I'm just saying, if anybody's out there watching, that'd be great. But on the office thing, though, building the office in the basement, she's going to lock me in the basement, basically, is what it is.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard I laughed when you called me and told me, dude, I forgot I had a basement? I was like, what?
I really do.
Hey, brother, I appreciate everybody. Did you see how many views we had on yesterday? I'm telling you, we're blowing this thing up. When we got off yesterday, we had already had 46 views when we ended it yesterday, when I hit the post button. That is crazy. We're just two guys. That's all. We're just two guys.
This stuff isn't rehearsed or anything. We come up with some ideas beforehand, and kind of like try to fit everything in here. But we're just going, you know, we're just here talking. You know, this is basically conversations we have. You know what I mean? When we're on the phone, you know.
Absolutely.
You
You
guys
know,
we're getting
and they get to benefit from the byproduct of you and I talking for hours at a time on the phone.
That's true. Hey, you want to tell them how long we've known each other?
To tell them what?
Tell them how long we've known each other?
I don't even think it's been 2 full weeks yet, has it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it has.
No.
But we're like brothers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're all there. We already know each other's parts of each other's families and stuff, you know? Like, oh, you're talking about so-and-so and so-and-so, you know? Yeah.
We've introduced our families to one another. You know,
Yeah.
we know our intimate details of our lives. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I want to say to everyone that I am so proud of everybody that comes to these. I'm so thankful that they come and they listen. I appreciate it. I know Joe appreciates it. You know, we're going to grow together. Joe and I were talking about what if we could figure out what one goal would be for the future for this. And I thought about it. You know, I've had about an hour and a half or so to think about it since I talked to you, Joe. And I think one goal for me would be that we could show one person that doesn't think they can do this, just one person that doesn't think that they can do what we're doing right now, and help them jump on and do what we're doing right now. I would feel so blessed just to help that one person get out of their shell, you know?
I would too. You know what? I've never been on FaceTime Live before or anything like this. You know, or what, not FaceTime, Facebook, sorry, whatever. You know, but I don't FaceTime either, you know, really. My kids do. Like, what? Get that out of here. You know, I probably seem real outgoing, really shy, you know. So this has just been quite an experience, you know, having fun with it. And I don't know, what I'm thinking is, like I said earlier, what I really want to educate some people, you know, educate myself, educate some people, help people down that road of success. You know, I don't want to give handouts, I give a hand up. You know, get them up, get them going strong, and that's really what I'm doing about this. You know,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, and it frees me up to, you know, be here, you know, and go to do little things, the dadpreneur thing, you know, like we're talking about. But
Absolutely,
we're on to something good here, I think, and we both have, you know, similar wants out of it, and our main goals are to help other people, really. You know, we're not going, oh man, whoops. But if we could help somebody to, you know, put them in a position where they didn't have to worry about paying their rent, you know what I mean, or didn't worry if the lights were getting cut off, hey, that's amazing. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to teach anybody how to. I'm personally not teaching anybody how to do anything. The system is, you know, the program. And it's going to teach them how to operate these things, and it's going to safeguard them. The education will safeguard them from getting scammed from somebody else. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There was the first thing that popped up that's an ad, you know, when they Google something and go, oh, yeah, hey. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, it's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful. And then, boom, you know, they lost all they had. You know, everybody, the company talks about losing money, you know, but this is money that some of them had to invest it. You know what I mean? They were able to lose in this. There's a lot of people out there that aren't, you know, that it's all they have. They're rolling the dice with everything. And to get scammed out of it, you know, real, you know.
Yep.
Back to you.
Well, you know, Joe, I hate to, but I've got a battery light flashing at me. So I think we better end before it dies.
No reset button. Don't hit the reset button.
Don't hit the reset button. Go to cryptogenicsblog.com. Make sure that you check in with us. We will see you guys back here tomorrow. Same time, same channel.
Check us out on YouTube.
Check us out. We love you guys. Thanks. Thanks, Joe.